Hey guys, welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy 2. Let's carry on where we left off. Yugamu has a classified plan to take down the sponsor, despite the fact that they come in the form of multiple people now. Not even we are privy to that information, and we're the leader of this freaking rebellion, so I hope he knows what he's doing. Invader Hunt, Round 2, Day 4. I headed up beyond school grounds to earn points like usual. Today, though, I wasn't hunting with Yugamu. Thanks for pairing up with me today, Takumi. I'll try not to slow you down. I'll try not to slow you down with my whole memory loss thing. I'm not quite sure if it's Ato taking over our body, like was prophesized in the multiple Atos route, or if there's some sort of body swapping going on, because, yeah, we don't seem to be remembering a couple of things, even though we have the same reaction to events that play out. And I just can't help but think it has something to do with those two people in the strange room with the one with the pods that kind of ambushed us that one time we explored it because Tsubasa told us she heard voices in there. Instead, I had Tsubasa as my partner. I'll show you I can be just as efficient a hunter as anyone. I appreciate it, but don't push yourself too hard, okay? I'll be the one doing most of the hunting. You just focus on backing me up. I'm a stone-cold killer, after all. That way you'll get a decent amount of points with only a fraction of the work. Our focus today was exploiting the point distribution system to bolster Tsubasa's rank. If I recall correctly, I think she was actually near the bottom with Takemaru and the Tsukumo twins, and that's not a very good thing, because she's our mechanic. She's the VIP of the group, really. And she's supposed to be repairing the escape pod, although I don't know if that's still our plan, given that it's only going to get fixed on day 95 at this rate. We couldn't afford to let her fall into last place. We're leaving the entire plan to kill the sponsor in your hands, Yugamu. You don't have to tell any of us what it is, but can you at least tell us how much time you'd need to get it ready? Not very long, although it's unlikely I'll be able to enact it before the end of the second round. Great, so we're gonna have to sacrifice yet another life. The sponsor will be in the ground before the start of round 3. I can promise you that much. So if we could just avoid being executed at the end of this round, we'll be able to end the invader hunt and prevent any more deaths? That's about the size of it. Basically, all you guys need to worry about is not ending up in last place. Takumi and I will do everything we can to help out, obviously. But the real problem is you, Tsubasa. Right now, you're 8th out of 10. That's pretty near the bottom. Wait, what? So, like, does that mean Takemaru's above her, too? Yeah, things aren't looking good for me, huh? But that shouldn't be the case because you're a pretty effective support unit, and I use you a lot in the battles when I actually do them these days. It's your mobility that really just, like, makes you so useful in battle. So just drive around the streets, running over invaders, and blast them wherever you can. I'm still not used to fighting outside the school, so I've barely been able to hunt any enemies. In that case, we'll have to get you some support points without you killing invaders directly. We'd found out there was a secret to the Invader Hunt's point system. Even hunters that didn't actually kill invaders could still earn points by supporting their allies in battle, which explains how Nozomi's able to maintain a safe position in the leaderboards. I have a suggestion, if you're interested. Starting tomorrow, why don't you take my place and go out hunting with Takumi, Tsubasa? Huh? Me and Takumi? He's the top hunter in the whole alliance. You'll probably earn a ton of points just from being around him. If that's okay with you, Takumi. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Perfect time to spend some moments with Tsubasa. I don't mind, but what are you going to do, Yugamu? I'll be taking a break from hunting for a while. If you want me, I'll be holed up in the escape pod hangar, working on the plan. As much as it pains me to relinquish my position as your hunting buddy, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. We can make love on the escape pod when we get back. Alright, well, Tsubasa, just treat it like a job. Look there, Tsubasa. Big group of invaders. Surprise attacks are effective in situations like this, so we'll sneak up on them quietly. Right! Sneaking quietly. How do you walk without making too much noise again? She seems pretty nervous. Then again, she's always been the type to get stressed out easily. Are you scared? It's okay, just close your eyes and stay next to me. Here, Give me your hand. Okay. Oh, whoa, look at that. We get even like a little close-up of the hand holding. I held Tsubasa's hand as we snuck closer to the invaders. And then we struck. Detach yourself. It's just work. Don't detach yourself too much, though, Takumi. I feel like that's when we're ripe for Eito to take over, because we've just completely, well, detached ourselves. Detach yourself. It's just work. Detach yourself. It's just work. Nice. Seems like I'm in pretty good form today. If I kept mowing down invaders like this, Tsubasa was bound to get some of the points I earned. Wow, Takumi, you're amazing. I knew you were strong, but that was something else. You were all just a little something Yugamu taught me. The double dose of Eito's cryptoglobin helps too. But still, you were awesome. So strong, so manly.
It seems like only yesterday you were an awkward little half pint. Pretty soon you'll be all grown up.
Yeah, if only you could grow up too, Tsubasa, and stop vomiting all over me. You know, you little half pint. How dare you accuse me of being one, okay? When you're here needing my support. When you're the support. What are you, my mom? Also, half pint? Really? I'm not that short. I'm not Shoma, okay? God rest his soul. Bless him. Let's get moving. Can't waste time talking when there's invaders to hunt. I started walking again, pulling Tsubasa along behind me. We needed to make every kill count. Sheesh, what's with the alpha male act all of a sudden? You were just praising me for it, now you're giving me grief? Being so forceful with a girl. Don't get too big for your Takumi-sized boots. Do you want my help or not? You're on the verge of dying. I ignored Tsubasa's grumbling and let it fade into the background. I didn't have time to be delicate with her right now. You say as you hold her hand. We spent the rest of that day walking around the ruins, hunting invaders. We killed a lot of them. Alright, well thank you for telling me that. Alright, that should do it for today. Should be safe from falling to lost place now, Tsubasa. Great. Thanks for this, Takumi. I can't believe we took out this many invaders in just one day. I say we, but really, all I did was watch. Don't sweat it. It's a leader's job to help out his allies when they're in trouble. I'm glad we have a dependable leader like you around. You're really growing into the role. It's weird, though. I never imagined I'd be spending time with you like this. Just the two of us? Not after I alienated you like everyone else did at the start of the game. Tsubasa's expression suddenly clouded over, like she was about to cry. I'm really sorry for back then. You're such a great guy, and we treated you like trash. Every time you do something nice for me, I get reminded of that. You're too good to me. Forget about it. It's all in the past. And it made sense at the time. It also helps that we were all friends during Route Zero, right? So Takumi, he's like, I know they're kind of giving me shit this time around, but I know that there's a strong possibility we can be friends again. Unfortunately with Takemaru, it's like an on-again, off-again relationship. Maybe, but if anything, I think it's a good thing that you all alienated me back then. A good thing? Why? It made me appreciate just how much of a difference having someone on your side can make. Now that people have decided to stand by me, I'm more determined than ever to keep them safe. And, you know, it makes... I cry at night now. Emotional tears of joy that I have friends again.
That includes you too, Tsubasa. I'll protect you. For all the rest of our lives.
Oh my god. She might get weak in the knees by that statement. The rest of our lives? Yes. I'll always be here for you. That's great and all, but when you put it like that, it almost sounds like... No, I'm not gonna get on one knee. Don't worry. Tsubasa? Hey, what's wrong? Are you not feeling well? Oh, jeez. Takumi! You big dummy!
I look away for a minute and suddenly you turn into a total Casanova. Where did I go wrong?
What? Why do you keep talking about me like I'm some wayward soul? Whatever, that's all for today. I'm going back to the school.
Yeah.
Hey, don't run off by yourself, it's not safe. Hold my hand! I ran after Tsubasa as she stormed her way back to Lost Defense Academy. Feeling a little winded after the journey, we went straight to the leisure lounge. How we looking? Is it gonna be like different people will be in last place every day and I'm gonna have to like keep juggling, spinning the plates? Once there, we checked the rankings.
Nice! I went up a place.
Okay, overtaken Takemaru. He's not gonna be happy about that. My whole alliance here is just too strong. Of course, Darumi just gonna maintain her #1 spot even though she's not hunting with us. I don't even know where she is.
What a relief. And I owe it all to you, Takumi.
Okay, but it's only day 4. This round lasts like, what, 15 days, was it?
Don't get comfy yet. It won't take much for Takemaru and the others to overtake you.
Exactly.
We'll have to keep it up and get you some more points tomorrow.
But then Nozomi's gonna get fallen behind. I had to keep the members of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance out of last place as their leader. That was my responsibility. Of course, that also meant we'd be forcing someone from Takemaru's team into last place instead. I try not to think about that side of things too much. And then he's gonna get angry at me. He's gonna be like, "Oh, Takumi, you fucking bastard! Why didn't you help me help out the twins? I was just all on my own." I'm gonna be like, "Well, someone has to fucking die, alright? And it's not gonna be anyone on my team. Don't blame me. You should have been better. I wasn't some omnipotent savior. No matter what I did, I couldn't save everyone." We've already lost 3 people. Having checked on the rankings, Tsubasa and I went back to our rooms to rest. Then, when night fell, Sirei, making a cameo appearance, because he's totally irrelevant after the announcement played. Everyone from the Alliance got together in my room.
Hey!
You helped Tsubasa go up a rank in just 1 day? Nice going, Takumi. The way you fight to protect Lady Tsubasa is truly inspiring. You're like a stone-cold professional killer. I feel like we should bring Nozomi along too, so like Tsubasa, Nozomi, and I, because they're the 2 like support units, quote unquote. Even though I think Tsubasa's pretty strong on her own as a attacker, at least like they'll be able to maintain their ranking, right? Like we don't need to worry about Moko, we don't need to worry about Kyoshika, certainly don't need to worry about Yugamu or Darumi at this rate. I don't know about Stone Cold, but I agree with the professional part. You were swinging your sword practically at the speed of light. Come on, guys. I'm just doing what any leader, any decent leader would. I don't know how to deal with everyone being so nice to me. This cheery atmosphere is going to take some getting used to. Like, for Takumi, it must feel like it's too good to be true. Like we could lose it at any second. It's so fragile, so let's hold on to it for dear life. Anyway, enough about me. How's your progress, Yugamu? Is your plan to take down the sponsor still going smoothly? Yugamu had spent the whole day in the escape pod hangar working on the method he had thought up to kill our invincible adversary. The exact details were still a secret, of course. None of us had any idea what this method was. Yep, no problems here. Everything's going according to plan. When I spring my little trap, the sponsor will die. No ifs, ands, or buts. While I like the confidence, the sponsor would die. That was a reassuring thought. But how exactly are you going to kill the sponsor, Sir Yugamu? I've been so curious I can barely eat. We're all allies here. Can't you tell me what this ingenious plan of yours is? Just a hint will do. Just a teensy-weensy little hint of a hint. Knock it off, Kyoshika. Yugamu's in charge of killing the sponsor. That includes whether or not he wants to keep it a secret. If my lord commands it, I suppose I have no choice but to back down. Carry out this plan however you want, Yugamu. We're putting all our trust in you. Thanks. I won't let you down. Soon enough, you'll be sitting up and begging to thank me for my efforts. Sit up and beg? What are we, your pets? That arc is over, okay? Darumi's not acting like a dog anymore. Could only hope it was a good sign that Yugamu felt comfortable enough to joke around. We could all survive to the end of this round and end the killing game. Our futures would be a whole lot brighter. Once the sponsor's gone, that only leaves the invaders to deal with. Indeed. We need only defend the school until day 100, and our victory will be complete. After the invader hunt, defensive battles are going to be a breeze. I'll take on any and all challengers that come our way. I think so too. The sponsor is the only real threat to us right now. we can just take them out of the picture.
Aha!
We'll have basically already won. Victory. Ending the war, winning the war. The idea was so exciting, it was intoxicating. Just a little more. One final push and it would all be over. No more going out hunting to earn points. No more sponsor lording their power over us. Peaceful days like that were just around the corner. However, the hope we felt in that moment blinded us to the truth. Whenever life appeared to hand us a victory, there were always strings attached. When things seemed to be going well, we needed to be more careful than ever. The Anti-Sponsor Alliance had forgotten that. But we'd receive a cruel reminder the very next day. Such a fucking tease, man. Every time it's the night prior to the big event, we actually get, like, a hint of it. And you're just like, oh! The writer of this route, like, is clearly different to the others. They know how to... Oh! Mugang! Nozomi's on the ground! Oh, God! I choked wordlessly, unable to comprehend the scene playing out in front of me.
Nozomi!
She's supposed to be, like, the main, like... idea of the CG, and she's like off to the corner, covered by the text box. Nozomi on the ground, covered in blood. My other friends barely standing, ragged from exhaustion. And in the middle of all this carnage, the one responsible for it. I recognize that monstrous form.
The Squad 10 commander!
Why do we have to run into him now, of all times? If we could just have made it through to the second round, everything would have been fine. So why? Why now?
What is the commander even doing here?
Heard all the commotion? This morning, Tsubasa and I went out hunting like the day before. I wanted to keep earning points for her just in case. For the first few hours, everything had gone well, judging by my sprite on the right side of the screen. We killed a ton of invaders. Just before noon, we switched gears and headed to a meetup with the other Alliance members. We'd all decided to have a picnic lunch together. It's just the way he's just recounting his day while tragedy is unfolding before us. The two of us made our way to the rendezvous point, feeling pretty good about everything. But when we got there, it wasn't a nice, laid-back picnic that greeted us. It was this. The commander must have attacked Moko and the others while they were out on the hunt. A battle had ensued. Nozomi was wounded, and I guess that's when we showed up.
Damn it! How dare you do this to my friends!
Wow, Takumi really sounded ragged there. The full implications of the situation were becoming clear to me. If I didn't do something quick, they would all die, and there'd be no bringing them back. But before that... Tsubasa, get out of here! Go back to the academy! The whole reason I was hunting with Tsubasa was that she wasn't used to fighting outside school grounds. I couldn't let her take on a commander. I'd just have to cover her until she could safely escape. Or so I thought. No. I won't run away this time. Tsubasa? No, now's not the time to be a hero. I ran with Hiriko into Arumi needed help. I ignored them and left them to die. She must be talking about that time we ran into the Squad 3 commander. I jumped in to help Hiriko and Arumi back then, but Tsubasa was too scared. Scared of dying.
What?
Don't dwell on the past, just go! No, I won't. Not this time. I'm not running away anymore.
Yeah.
Tsubasa, wait! You can't charge in on your own! She wouldn't listen. She was already running full speed into the fray. There was no time to stand around and talk. Our battle against the Squad 10 commander had begun. We're fighting on the streets. Okay. Please tell me we're all gonna get out of this alive. Okay. Focus. Concentrate. Everyone! Are you okay? Takumi, am I glad to see you? Sir Takumi, Lady Nozomi, she's been grievously injured. She's still breathing, but she won't last much longer. She's going to die. Tsubasa, please, for the love of God, just pick up Nozomi, put her in your car, drive back to the academy right now. Calm down, Kyoshika. We need to do something about the commander before we can help. Moko, what happened here? The commander's not all that strong, but whenever we beat him, he comes right back. We've had to fight him over and over again. And during one of those battles, Nozomi went down for the count. I was afraid of that. This commander has the power to control time. Little attacks won't cut it against him. He can just turn back the clock and make it like his injuries never happened. Then how the heck are we supposed to beat him? We have to all attack him at once and inflict more damage than he can handle. Let's do this, guys. Don't give him a chance to recover. Annihilate enemy boss. Is this going to be possible? Or is he just gonna continue to revert time? 31 HP, huh? Okay.
Let's do this.
Do I want to deal damage here, or should I get
Leave
Kyoshka
it to me.
I think it's gonna have to be me, because none of these guys are standing by themselves.
This should hinder them.
But
Let us
I'm tired
begin.
of using myself, to be honest. It'll be a refreshing change of pace to get Kyoshka involved.
Nen! My apologies.
Okay.
Onward.
Armored up. Clever.
Let us begin.
That's okay. I'm pretty sure Kyoshka's attacks go through
You've
armor.
left yourself open. Onward.
And I missed her battle quotes. You've left yourself open. Nin nin.
My apologies.
You don't have to apologize. Where's he gone? Just disappeared. Okay. Darn it. We almost had him that time. The fiend has recovered again. At this rate, the battle will never end. Don't give up, guys. We'll get him this time. Everyone take a deep breath and... go! Okay, let's try again. It's wave 2 of 2, though, so it's do or die. He's back. Alright.
Say when.
I did.
I'm good whenever this should
Glow up,
slow
Tsubasa.
down. I'm ready when you are.
This is your chance to get some more points. Right?
Don't try to stop me. Locked and loaded.
There we go.
Take
Not that this actually affects the
Let's leave it to
leaderboard or
me.
anything, but imagine if it did. Clear a path over here.
Let's roll. I'm good whenever. How's this?
That,
We do. I'm taking the wheel.
like this. No, we'll,
I'm good
do
whenever.
killing boost here. Cool.
Let's ride.
2 extra AP points and some damage.
Felt that one, didn't you?
Oh, he did. He did.
Ready when you are. Time to use it.
Until
Let's do this.
he rewinds time, that is.
Yeah.
Then he'll be back to normal.
Let's go.
Impact stab all the way. We just can't kill any commanders outside of the school, it seems. I mean, Yu-Gang's a special case, of course. Not again. We were so close. If we don't finish him soon, Nozomi really is gonna die. Cease this slinking away, coward. Stand and fight us. What are we going to do? We fight and fight, but the commander's still not going down. Nozomi's at her limit. We need to get her back to the school before it's too late. Just then.
I'll take this guy on alone.
Oh no, Moko! Moko stepped forward, proposing a plan that was completely insane, but that's, well, it's not outside the realm of her wheelhouse, right? This is what she does. She sacrifices herself to rescue others. You guys go on ahead. I'll do what I can to slow him down. The way I see it, there's no other way to save Nozomi but this. You want us to leave you behind? We can't do that. Sir Takumi is right, Lady Moko. We could never abandon a comrade to die.
Yeah.
Don't be hasty, alright? If we beat him with our next attack, we'll still have time to shut the hell up, all of you! Moko shouted so loud it felt like she was making the ground shake with her voice alone. I feel like in this route as well, there's been a lot of times where the text box is just completely full because someone's yelling at me. Listen, guys. The day Kurata died, I stood at her grave, and I made her a promise. I promised to protect the girls, to make sure not a single one of them died. If Nozomi dies on my watch, Kurata will never forgive me.
So let me do this. Let me protect my friend.
Can't I stay with you, like you and me, taking on the world? Tsubasa and Kyoshka can escort Nozomi back. If one person stayed to distract the commander, the rest of us could escape and get Nozomi back to safety. That much was true. But could I really do this to Moko? Could I sacrifice one of our own? Leave Moko here and take Nozomi back to school. Or stay here and all fight the commander together. As the Alliance's leader, that was the choice I needed to make. I already know what the answer is. We're gonna have to leave Moko behind. Nozomi's not gonna make it. Right? Oh, man. We're losing people. She wants to do this. I'll let her do this. Just don't call me the Grim Reaper, please. Here we go. No man gets left behind, but up to a point. And then we're just endangering everybody, right? Moko, please cover us while we bring Nozomi back. No, Takumi, you can't seriously be thinking about leaving Moko behind. Thank you, Takumi. Now I can finally keep my promise to Kurara. And I won't have to see Kako die, because then my promise will be broken. I refuse to accept this, Lady Moko. There is no sweetness in this parting, only sorrow. Never. I will never leave you behind. In fact, I shall be staying behind with Chop! Ah! Lady Moko, why? I caught Kyoshika's body as she fell forward, knocked unconscious by Moko. My cutie pies are in your hands now, Takumi. I know you've got what it takes to keep Nozomi and Kyoshika safe.
Because that's just what great team leaders do!
Moko, don't die, okay? Please just come back alive. Moko encouraged me with the brightest smile on her face. A smile that had been the source of my strength countless times before. Moko, I don't know how I can repay... Right. Time for all of you to exit the ring. The other guy's about to fly in for a second round any moment now. Tsubasa, be a darling and send everyone back, alright? Love you, honey. Yeah. See you later, Moko. Moko tossed her golden ear headphones over to us. She must have meant for us to hold on to them as a keepsake. Oh, man. You didn't have to give me your headphones! We loaded the unconscious Nozomi and Kyoshika into Tsubasa's vehicle and drove off without delay. As we pulled away, I looked back to see how Moko was faring.
Feast your eyes upon Moko Majiro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction, and her iron defense of a lifetime!
Damn it! Why are you gonna pull out this whole attitude, Moko? There's something about, like, I don't know, like, when people go up to sacrifice themselves, but they do it, like, knowingly, and they have, like, one last quote that they dish out to psych themselves up to, like, because it's obviously a scary thing, right? And I can imagine Moko's probably terrified that she has to face off against New Gang here alone, but she's going for it. She's giving all that energy, and the music, of course, always helps. But damn, man. Badass.
You'll be crossing this line over my dead body. Get ready for the match of your life, Commander!
Moko was standing in the way of the commander, determined to buy us enough time to escape. I burned the sight of that stirring scene into my mind so that I would never forget it. Shit, dude, that's badass. After rushing back to school, we called Yugamu out from the underground hangar, and then... Yugamu quickly took the lead and directed us on how to save Nozomi's life. Tsubasa, grab as many packs of saline and antibiotics as you can from the infirmary. Now. Right. Takumi, use antiseptic to sterilize the room, then cover everything in sterile sheets. Alright. I'll start suturing the wounds. Man, this would have been much easier if we could just toss her into the Revival-matic. He began treating Nozomi's wounds with practiced ease, using his assassination skills to heal instead of kill. Relax. The wounds are not as deep as they seem. Her internal organs are fine. None of her injuries are fatal. So she's gonna live? The thing is, she's lost a lot of blood. Yeah, I was gonna say, we had to bring her back for a reason. These weren't superficial wounds. If we stayed and fought, you could excuse the fact that we might have survived because she wasn't heavily injured, but here's the thing, she's lost a lot of blood. A transfusion would undoubtedly save her life, but we don't have any packs of blood on hand. Not that transfusing ordinary blood has any curative effect on us. This is how I was processing what Yugamu just told me. Oh my god!
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
New Gang's on his way! I wonder if Takemaru, Ima, and Kako are gonna be here too.
Defense mode initiated. All available troops, prepare for battle immediately.
Because the alarm doesn't extend beyond the school, right? And if they're out hunting on the streets, they're not gonna realize that we're under attack. invaders at a time like this? Those sadistic cretins are clearly out to torture us. No, wait. On the other hand, they've just shown a ray of light on this deadly hellscape we're in. Get Nozomi to absorb the commander, if there is one. What ray of light? We need to focus on treating Nozomi. We don't have time to take on invaders too. Because now have a chance to get our hands on what we need to help her by spilling some commander blood. What we need? Oh, you mean after defeating a commander, the top 3 hunters on the leaderboard will receive a cryptoglobin-filled syringe as a reward. Oh, right, of course, that too. Igamu and I were in 2nd and 3rd place respectively, so we would have 2 syringes. We'd be able to use those syringes on Nozomi to replenish her lost cryptoglobin. With that in mind, we stopped treating Nozomi, shook Kyoshiko awake, and headed to the war room to prepare for battle. Okay. Oh, headphones on right now! Is this everyone? Lucky we can give the headphones to Darumi because she doesn't have a pair. Where are Takemaru and the others? There's no time for us to be divided. I told you.
Those people are frolicking around in dreamland, dead to the waking world.
Sponsor, what are you doing here? Do you have your own headphones on? You're not trying to interfere with the battle, I hope. The sponsor ignored our questions, choosing to stare intently at the war room monitor instead. He ignored our questions because he couldn't hear us.
Oh, this commander appears to be a skilled illusionist. They create illusions by blasting superpowered music through a sound truck that confuses all who hear it.
Sound-based illusions. That has to be the Squad 11 commander Takumi was talking about the other day. We're fine since we have our noise-canceling headphones, but Takemaru and the others took the full brunt of the attack and are wandering around in a dream world right now, aren't they? Wait, that doesn't explain why Darumi's alright. She hasn't done anything to block out the sound. He was right. Darumi didn't seem affected at all.
My head's a little fuzzy, and I'm seeing things I know aren't real, but other than that, everything's great. You can't make someone already stoner than stoned even stonier.
I see. You've developed a tolerance. As crazy as always. That's Darumi for you, albeit her brand of insanity was strangely comforting for the situation we were facing at the moment. I thought we were going to have to lend her Moko's earphones, and that's why she gave them to us, to set us up for this.
I fail to see why you all seem so upbeat when the enemy is rapidly advancing on the academy even as you speak. Look at the monitor.
We're upbeat because of the power of friendship. Okay, they shouldn't be this close, alright? We heard the alarm and we came straight here. Cripes, the academy is under attack! Oh, no, we have to get out there and fight now!
Indeed. This is hardly the time or place to get totally wiped out. You're still needed for some stuff I have in mind, understand?
Really, what do you have in mind?
Now, go out there and show everyone your pride as hunters!
Stop acting like you're in charge. We'll protect the school for our own reasons. Let's do this, guys. Okay. No Moko as well. Only she could come back, safe and sound. Imagine if she did old ragged, barely alive. Are we gonna be able to skip this one, or are we gonna have to fight? We might have to fight this. Because there's only so many of us. Here goes. And we're spawning on the other side. No, we can't skip it. I think I shall. Let's go for it. We're fighting on the streets. I appreciate that we can
All the
do
sound
those
trucks
battles.
have been destroyed.
Aw, the illusions are gone! I'm already starting to miss them.
Maybe miss them after we take out the commander headed this way?
There she is. We don't get to hear that anymore now that we can understand what they're saying. Whoa! Man, these hallucinations make it look scarier than it actually is. And then Yugang's gonna come here, right? Yep.
To battle!
It's gonna be funny that we're gonna be able to take him down with just the 5 of us.
commander who can reverse time. He chased us all the way here?
And no sign of Moko.
Does that mean Moko's been?
The commander who wounded Nozomi and killed Moko.
Let us slay this accursed commander to avenge our fallen Lady Moko and appease her spirit.
Wow! Hate is in the air today, and I am all for it!
Okay.
This is my specialty! A show especially for you! Here I go!
We also destroyed the sound trucks and whatnot, but Takemaru and stuff are still out of commission.
The school's crumbling.
When did they breach the walls?
Take a chill pill, everyone. It's all just an illusion.
I thought Yugamo was going to actually offer us a chill pill in this instance.
What? That's a shame. I feel a lot chiller when I'm surrounded by death and destruction.
Well, you could just pretend the hallucination's real.
Most of the illusions can't harm us, so just ignore them and focus on taking out New Gang first.
Okay. Jeez. This would be a tough battle. But we're super strong, so I'm sure we would have found a way. School's back to normal. The illusion was gone, which meant we had defeated the enemies for good this time. Those tricky commanders. Those
The
pesky
enemy commanders have
Greens.
been put to rest.
Moko, we've avenged your death.
For all we know, like she's just buried under some rubble, trapped there.
New Gang is finally defeated.
We need to go and find her body. We couldn't have taken out two commanders at once if Moko hadn't sacrificed herself. She deserves full credit for this. Unfortunately, our rejoicing was soon cut short.
Well done taking out those formidable enemies, my Special Defense Unit hunters. I praise you for distinguishing yourselves in battle.
The sponsor's sudden appearance out of thin air dampened our celebratory mood.
Allow me to process the commanders that you've defeated. Every last drop of cryptoglobin shall be drained and concentrated.
They signaled toward the sky, and the very next moment, the swarm of bees that had been hovering above us made a beeline for the fallen commanders. They sucked them completely dry of cryptoglobin.
As usual, the top 3 hunters on the leaderboard will receive a cryptoglobin-filled syringe as reward. That means Darumi, Takumi, and Yugamo. Be thankful.
Of course I am. When did I say that I was not thankful for this? The sponsor gave out cryptoglobin vials to the top hunters like we had anticipated. Now we can save Nozomi. Oh, this is such a far cry from the original route, right? Playing this Invader Hunt game. After the battle, we rushed back to Nozomi's room. Once there, we injected her with the commander's cryptoglobin without delay. The concentrated blood of 2 commanders took effect immediately. Look, everyone. Nozomi is regaining color on her face. The wounds are starting to scab over. I had no idea we could use concentrated cryptoglobin as an analeptic, too. The deathly pale Nozomi, slowly but surely, became healthier right in front of our eyes. Oh god, we're gonna have to break the news of what happened to Moko. Day 48. Jeez. It's only day 6 of round 2, I believe. Suppose it helps that sometimes we lose our memory and the days advance quicker. It's morning. My body still felt heavy and unrested because of yesterday's tumultuous activities. Nozomi was severely injured by a commander, and Moko sacrificed herself to save her. So, is it confirmed? Yep, she is deceased. One of the worst days of my life. The day the fate of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance took a turn for the worse. Moko. There was no time for me to grieve her death yesterday. So all of that sadness that I pushed down came bubbling to the surface this morning. I still couldn't believe how suddenly our mood maker had met her demise. Please let her be the last. I've had to endure an irrational amount of distressing situations for the last 48 days. I desperately hoped nothing bad would happen in the next 50. But the moment I made that wish, I could somehow feel in my bones This call was going to lead to trouble. But I also knew I couldn't ignore the bell, no matter how much I wanted to. That's just what great team leaders do, right, Moko? Reluctantly, I got up and opened the door. Morning. Takumi, I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but... What now? Nozomi's condition suddenly deteriorated this morning. What? I thought she was doing better yesterday. Her physical wounds have almost completely healed since we injected her with the concentrated cryptoglobin. However, other symptoms started showing up this morning. High fever, difficulty breathing, pale and clammy skin. All symptoms of an active viral infection. But I couldn't find any virus in her blood. I have no idea what's causing them. You know what this means? This is going to put her out of commission for the invader hunt. She's going to drop in the leaderboard because she can't gain points. High fever and difficulty breathing? The pieces immediately clicked into place in my head. Must be rejection symptoms. Rejection? What are you talking about? Well, Nozomi's different from us. I was left with no choice but to tell Yugamu Nozomi's secret. I get it now. Something like graft versus host disease, then. That commander's blood we injected yesterday is starting to attack the host body. Yeah, her body isn't compatible with cryptoglobin. I should have thought of that before we injected her with it yesterday. No need to be so hard on yourself. It's the best choice out of a dearth of options. I mean, we injected her with it before, and it worked out. So, how do we suppress these rejection symptoms? What's needed to suppress cryptoglobin rejection symptoms is... more cryptoglobin! In the experiments, we were looking for a way to reduce rejection symptoms, so we tried getting the blood to consume itself. My mom transfused additional cryptoglobin, and then the rejection symptoms stopped. We'll have to kill another commander and get her to absorb that cryptoglobin if we want to save Nozomi. But there are only 2 commanders left. We already injected her with 2 syringes yesterday! How much more cryptoglobin does she need? Where would we even find them? There's no time. We have to go out and look for them right now. I grabbed my infuser and was about to fly out of the room when... Wait, Takumi. Yabu pulled me back by the collar of my shirt and almost knocked the wind out of me. There's no need to go out and send yourself to an untimely death when we already have a commander right here with us. That's right. We do. We do? Yes. Someone extremely pliant and well-behaved, unlike the other commanders. I have a feeling she may even offer her blood without a fight, sparing us the need to kill her. A commander like that doesn't exist. I suddenly realized who he was talking about. He was right. We did have a commander right here with us. In a courtyard prison cell. Ava may be willing to share some of her blood with us. Yeah, just some. For sure. I am absolutely not giving anyone my blood. Despite explaining the situation to Ava and asking her to share some blood with us, I was coldly rejected. Please! We really need your blood to save Nozomi! Have you not been listening to a word I said? Of course you haven't. You haven't even given me my fucking mask back after all this time. The god we worship prohibits the consumption of divine blood. I would no longer be a servant of God if I violated this commandment. I did, in fact, vaguely recall her saying something like that. The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments. It's just this once. God's not looking. I'll tell him to close his eyes. Surely your god wouldn't get that angry. Don't be stupid. Once is all that's needed. There are no second chances. It's just one murder. Yeah, it's just one killing. It's just one theft. That's what faith means. It seemed like it would be impossible to convince the devout Ava to break her faith. Unless... Ava, if you agree to give us some of your blood, I'll give you the key to your prison cell. Okay. Ballsy move there. You said you have a daughter, right? Her name's Commune or something? Think about it. You can free yourself and go see your beloved Commune again. I can't believe you're trying to exploit my love for my daughter to your own benefit. You disappoint me. I'm in no position to be picky about my methods. I need your blood to save Nozomi. Do you want to see Commune? Or do you want me to just stab you and be done with it? So please, Ava. Please save my friend. Ava lowered her eyes as an agonized look spread over her face. Like she was trying to process a difficult thought. I mean, yeah, this is a pretty diabolical choice we've offered her. Like, turn your back on your religion, which is a very important part of her life, to see your daughter, or, you know, stick to your faith, stick to your ideals, but you never get to see your loved one again.
Huh.
Very well. You can have some of my blood. Ava! But I can't be the one to hand it over. You'll have to take it from me yourself. I was pinned down and forced to give up some of my blood after putting up a valiant fight.
Huh.
Can that be the official story?
Ah.
Yeah. Let's go with that. It was probably the best compromise she could make based on Ava's faith. Would have to bring Nozomi here for that scenario to work. Damn. That's harsh. That is super harsh. I quickly went back to Nozomi's room and brought her to the cage with help from Yugamu and the others. Can you walk, Nozomi? Where's Moko? I must save her. Nozomi was delirious from her fever. She was still living through the battle of that day, still trying to save her friend. Thanks for agreeing to help, Ava. Now Nozomi will have a fighting chance thanks to you. Dispense with the formalities and move her inside the cage quickly. When we went into the cage, Ava took off the suit she was usually clad in. She exposed her neck, probably to make it easier for Nozomi to suck her blood. Does anyone have a blade to cut my neck with? At that, Yugamu took out his knife and made a thin cut on Ava's neck with it. Blood started trickling from the wound. Nozomi, here, bite on Ava's neck. You'll feel better after drinking her blood. We pushed Nozomi closer to Ava and positioned her lips near Ava's neck. Oh my god, now it truly is cannibalism! And then... Oh my! Whoa! Nozomi bit on Ava's neck and started sucking her blood ravenously. It's gonna come to a point where we're gonna have to pull her off, right? That usually happens when there's a vampire sucking blood scene. She might have instinctively felt she would get better by drinking this blood. She's hungry.
She's drinking too much.
Okay, pull her off, pull her off. Nozomi was so focused on drinking up the blood, she had literally latched herself onto Ava's neck as soon as she said that. Mom, I'm sorry. She blurted out something completely unexpected. Wow.
I'm sorry for falling sick so easily. Don't worry, though. I can still go on. I'll help you and make sure your experiment goes well. So, it's okay. I can handle the injections, even if I'm not feeling well.
Man, Nozomi's just... She's... it's hard to explain. She's the person who would set herself on fire to keep others warm, that's for sure. You've seen her be passive, like she doesn't really like conflict, and I feel like helping her mother is part of that avoidance, even if it comes at the cost of her own, well, life.
Let me help, Mom. I'll be useful. So, please, please, don't die!
Nozomi?
Don't die? Absorbing Ava's blood might have overstimulated her, and she was clearly confused. She seemed to have mistaken Ava for her mother, and kept crying and pleading for her not to die. She was likely remembering how her mother had killed herself after her cryptoglobin project was shut down.
You're being experimented on by your own mother?
Yeah, we're not the healthiest bunch.
No! Do not agree to it! You'll just end up hurting yourself!
I'm sorry, Ava. It's all done and dusted. Ava was making desperate attempts to warn the tearful Nozomi, frantically telling her not to go along with the experiments. It almost seemed like she was talking directly to Nozomi in the past. Could it be that Ava was seeing into her memories? Oh, yeah, like she's watching it all unfold.
No! Mom! Don't go! Don't leave me!
Damn.
She's no mother to you. No daughter should be expected to make sacrifices for her mother.
Nozomi and Ava held each other tightly and cried loudly, until suddenly, they both fell unconscious at the same time. Well, at least neither of them died. We'll take that. Okay, now I kind of owe her mask at this point. The next morning, I immediately headed over to the courtyard as soon as I woke up. Nozomi was resting in her room, and while I was concerned about her, she was being well tended to by Tsubasa and Kyoshika. Ava, on the other hand, was alone in her cage. As her caretaker, it was my duty to look after her. Morning, Ava. How are you feeling? Like absolute crap, that's how. How much blood do you think I lost yesterday? A lot. So here's a drink bottle of water? One glance and I could tell that Ava was borderline anemic. Maybe I should bring her some iron supplements later. Maybe. Oh yeah, it might be a good idea. Jeez, Takumi. My dear Nozomi drank me like I was a pack of fruit juice. I'll have to lecture her about her table manners later. Your dear Nozomi? Ava's affectionate tone of voice was throwing me a little off kilter. Ava, did you just call her my dear Nozomi? I did. What's wrong with that? I'm not trying to say it's wrong. Don't you give pet names to your relatives? That's how we do things around here, at least. What? When did Nozomi become your relative? Is it because she took on your blood? So now you're blood related? What do you mean? Yeah. She consumed my blood. We're literally blood relatives now. Well, some people would see things that way, I suppose. This had to be some sort of cultural gap. Wait, school invaders have culture? Takumi, I relived Nozomi's life yesterday. I saw every scene of Nozomi's past in vivid detail, as if I was there. I thought it might have been something like that. Directly consuming Ava's blood briefly connected Nozomi's mind with hers. I could not believe what I saw in her memories. She was experimented on by her very own mother. Nozomi did tell me about that herself. Her mother had been researching cryptoglobin, and she experimented on Nozomi. There was so much fear, pain, and agony. Why wouldn't there be? They were basically injecting divine blood into the body of a still-growing child. It was cruel. Downright cruel.
What mother in her right mind would do such a thing to her own flesh and blood?
Tell me about it. Ava punched the floor of the cage with ingenuine anger. But Nozomi didn't hate her mother despite what had been done to her. In fact, she blamed herself for not being useful enough. Yeah, she's like that. Even though she did nothing wrong at all. Such a meek and obedient girl she was. What a sigh. Like, oh, okay, get on with it. Ava, finish your story. Wrap it up, please. She loved her mother so much, and what did that ungrateful woman do? Instead of reciprocating Nozomi's love, she went and hanged herself. Her mother hanged herself, huh? The person who discovered her dead body was probably... Foolish woman. So what if your project failed? You had a daughter who loved you so much. What else did you need? I can't remember if she actually did commit suicide, or it was made to look like she had because of elements in the artificial satellite trying to make decisions on how to win the war. Yes, she was a fool. Children are innocent creatures full of unconditional love for their parents, and Nozomi still loves her mother, even if that love will never be reciprocated. If she were my dear daughter, I would protect her with my life. Just then,
Good morning, Ava. And Takumi.
Nozomi? You're feeling better already? Why do you look so short?
Yeah, I made a complete recovery, thanks to Ava's blood. Ava, I'm here to thank you for saving my life. I don't remember the details, but I heard I drank a lot of your blood. Sorry about all the stress I put you through. You're looking kind of pale. Is it because of what I did?
What do you think? Of course it is.
I didn't give you my blood because I wanted to save you. I did it for myself. Still, I'm thankful, and I'll definitely repay you. You protected me, and now it's my turn to protect you. This time. Nozomi, I'll protect you.
Mommy?
Mommy?
Oh no, what have we done?
Oh? Sorry. That was a mistake.
It didn't seem like a simple case of mistaken identity to me. Could it be that... Just like how Ava felt empathy for Nozomi. Nozomi was feeling empathy for Ava as well?
Takumi, if you don't mind, I'd like to be Ava's caretaker from now on. I've heard you were doing a pretty shit job anyway. Since she's feeling unwell because of me, it's only right that I be the one to nurse her back to health.
That's fine. I mean, technically, I'm supposed to give her the key, and she can leave. You know, so we don't even need to be taking care of her anymore. That's nice of you to offer, but Ava's leaving today. Yeah, exactly. That was the condition for giving you blood.
About that, actually, I've decided to stay for a little while longer.
I could just imagine, like, Takemaru, Ima, and Kako just, like, literally rubbing their hands together, like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, Takumi, go release her. Release her so she's off school grounds. And she's already lost a lot of blood, so it's going to be a cinch to kill her, not like the other commanders we have to fight on the road. And when we kill her outside of the school, oh man, we're going to have so many points. Oh yeah. Maybe it's a good thing that Ava stays in her cage.
It's too dangerous for me to be wandering around outside when I'm not in top condition. I'll take care of you until you get better. I can whip up a pretty nutritious porridge dish. That's settled then, Takumi. I'll take that key.
Hey, wait! Nozomi snatched the key to the hut out of my hands and clutched it tightly with a smile on her face.
You can count on me. I know exactly what a recovering patient needs. I'm a veteran at this frail and sickly thing, after all.
Nozomi's excitement's somehow making me feel all the more uneasy about the situation. So much so that I kind of want to check the chapter select screen here. We're on chapter AAA. Did we diverge into another route? I don't think so. It's like this is the route where Ava and Nozomi have a familial relationship. I could only hope that what she felt for Ava was purely gratitude and nothing more. Alright, back to the invader hunt. It's day 50. Thank you, Sirei.
Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. That's right, folks, you're halfway there. Like a lizard on a chair. You're stepped in blood so far. Returning would be as tedious as to go o'er. There's no turning back now. In honor of the occasion, I've unlocked the courtyard. It's the perfect place to enjoy a moment of quiet contemplation.
Thank you for unlocking the courtyard, a place that will allow us quiet contemplation on day 50.
I've also prepared a special gift for each and every one of you brave soldiers. I'll give them to you in person, so come find me in the cafeteria.
I forget if we even received these gifts ever. And thus began our 50th day at the Academy, and the 8th day of round 2 of the Invader Hunt. I'd called for the members of the Alliance to gather in my room for a meeting first thing in the morning, in order to discuss the future of the Anti-Sponsor Alliance. Yeah, I mean, the turnover's not that great, let's be honest. Losing Moko was a painful blow. We'll never stop grieving her. But we can't lose ourselves to despair. Moko didn't sacrifice herself for us to do that. She desperately wanted us to keep living. Lady Moko was a woman of integrity. She always puts our interests ahead of her own. By living on like she wanted us to, we become living proof that Moko made a mark on this world. That's right. We have to keep living. And for us to do that, Yugamu, how are the preparations for the assassination coming along? Smoothly. I have it on good authority. Fine, really. That the sponsor will be dead and buried before round 3 begins. Exactly as I planned. Okay, but we don't even know when round 3 will begin. Good. That means our objective remains the same. We need to stay out of last place so that none of us gets executed. To just survive. That's our only objective. Let's work toward that goal as a team. In my encouragement, everybody agreed with loud and firm voices. Moko was no longer with us, but we could still help each other to go on. Victory would be ours as long as we survived round 2. But there was just one thing I was concerned about. Sir Takumi, Lady Nozomi did not show up for the meeting. She wasn't in her room, most likely bringing breakfast to Ava. Nozomi had been spending a lot of time with Ava since yesterday, even though this was a critical period for us. I'll go get her. The rest of you can return to your rooms to prepare for the hunt. After dismissing the group, I headed to the cage in the courtyard, and there I saw... What? Oh god.
Say ah! Nozomi, I can feed myself.
Sure you can. But there's no need to act tough around me. Come on, say ah.
What's going on here, Nozomi?
Oh, morning, Takumi. Can't you tell? I'm nursing Ava back to health.
Okay, but I need you to survive round 2. So let's get out there and kill some people.
I made a special convalescent omelet porridge. It's super effective.
Nozomi's home cooking. I wish I could have some too. No, wait! Why is she making special food for a captured prisoner?
Do you like it, Ava? It could do with less salt, and just less seasoning in general. Your cooking skills need some work, Nozomi. Oh, come on! You're being too harsh on me. I spent a lot of time on this, you know. Flattery benefits no one. Start working on those cooking skills now, or you'll never be able to get married. Who cares about getting married? There you go, being stubborn again. Never mind, give me my second mouthful now before the food cools. You see? It's edible after all.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe. Nozomi. What was I looking at? Some wholesome scene from a slice of life soap opera? Ava was treating Nozomi like her child, but that was just because she had given Nozomi some of her blood. As for Nozomi, she seemed to have developed some sort of kinship with Ava all of a sudden. Actually, this wasn't just kinship. More like... Nozomi, we're all going outside to earn some points after this. You should come along.
Sorry, Takumi, I'm not going outside today. I don't feel completely well yet.
You were well enough to cook, even though it was a shit dish. Okay. Yeah, you did just recover from your sickness. You should rest today.
Yeah, please let the others know as well.
Well, we have 7 more days until the end of round 2. One day shouldn't hurt. Famous last words, Takumi.